Hey y'all, welcome to the country where it's just another day in paradise. Let's see what's going on. Hey y'all, this is Susan with Susan's Country Living. Welcome to the country. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you found me. Today we're going to be cooking a raw pork ham steak. Now you usually don't get the raw pork ham steaks at the grocery store. You might go to the farmer's market and there might be someone that's selling a pork ham steak, and it's just like what you would see in the store, except it's raw. It's not been cured or cooked or anything like that. So I'm not too sure how it's going to cook up. I've never done one before. I purchased this from a vendor at the market where we are, Iron Hill Farms in Hallettsville, Texas, and I thought I'd try it. So I thought, well, a slow cooker might be a really good idea to use. So I found a recipe, and I will post that in the description box below. So I have my slow cooker, and the ingredients that you need is 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of Dijon mustard, and about 1/2 a pineapple. I'm using a fresh pineapple. You could probably use pineapple chunks from a can, but I just had happened to cut this one up, and I haven't eaten it all. Super sweet. I did make some tapache from the rinds, which is a lacto-fermented drink. It's good for your gut health. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the water, 1/4 cup of water, the 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, my 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You know, you might could use honey. You might could use agave syrup or some other type of sugar substitute, but I am following the recipe that I found, and I like to use a spatula to get out every bit of the ingredients from the measuring cup there. And it said just to whisk those ingredients together. So I'm just using a fork, and I'm just going to get these mixed up and get this in a crock pot. It said you could cook it on high 4 hours or low 6 hours. I'm going to do low 6 hours. I have a liner, of course, in my crock pot. I like to use those liners. I order a box of them, probably off Amazon or somewhere like that. The ones in the store are a lot more expensive. So, oh, that smells good. Mustard and balsamic vinegar, and so we're going to try this out here. Sprigs of fresh thyme. You could probably use dried thyme. I have a little pot by the back door that has little kitchen herbs in it, and so I pulled some thyme. It smells so good. I'm just going to give it a little rub there, and I'm just going to place those sprigs of thyme on top of this ham steak. If you were using dried thyme, just sprinkle it over the top there. Probably, 1/2 teaspoon, something like that. It said to put the pineapple piece chunks. I just cut mine in chunks. It said to chop them, but I want mine in chunks because I want to eat them when this is done. And I'm just going to cover it with these pineapple chunks. I just kind of spread them around because they're in big chunks. Of course, they're going to break down as they cook, and I saved some for me. I'm going to go have some pineapple there. All right, so now we're ready for our sauce that we made over the top. And I'm just going to kind of drizzle this, spread it evenly. I bet this is going to be good. It sure does smell good. I mean, how can you go wrong with brown sugar and balsamic vinegar and Dijon mustard and pineapple? So I hope that this turns out tender. That is my goal, is to have a nice tender piece of meat. And I'm going to kind of just lift it around the edge with my spatula so that sauce can kind of get underneath that meat a little bit. I'm going to kind of watch it. If it starts to get a little dry, I'm going to add a little water. But I am going to put the lid on it. And of course the ham has fat. It's going to give off some of its fat. It render that as it cooks. Alright. Get this in the slow cooker and see what it looks like when it's done and give it a taste. So the 6 hours is up on the crock pot on our pork, our little ham steak, and I just took some little tongs down in there and the meat just fell right apart. And I have a little bit here with a piece of pineapple, and very tender, that was my goal, was for it to be very, very tender. It's very good. It's not hammy like a ham would be. It's more like, oh, you know those country style ribs, and you might bake them in the oven and with a sauce. That's what they remind me of, the texture and the flavor there. I'm going to try this little piece of pineapple here. Oh yeah. That is fabulous with this. I will definitely get another one of those from them and cook it this way. It's delicious. So I hope y'all are staying cool. It's about over 100 today, and crock pot cooking is great when it is really, really hot outside, because you can just put that crock pot over in the corner of your kitchen, and you're not heating up with the stove and the oven. Make a salad with that, and you got a nice summertime meal. So I'll post the recipe down in the descriptions. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, and subscribe to my channel. Always posting new recipes I find that are a little unusual. Cooking a raw ham steak, that was my first time. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.